Now you come to the exercise 12. Now the absolutely convergence power series. See, we already know in the power series form, any sequence or series can be expressed as a n z power n. So here runs some constant. So I give the power series, a series of the form summation n run from 0 to infinity, summation n run from 0 to infinity a n z n, or summation n run from 0 to infinity a n z minus a n whole power n, z minus a whole power n. It's called a power series where a are complex constant and z is a complex variable. The second form of the complex form, the second form of namely summation a n z minus a whole power n can be reduced to first form by a substitution z equal to some epsilon plus a, so that summation a n z minus a whole power n should be equal to summation a n epsilon power n, or some notations form. The first form of is similar to the second form. Hence, we shall consider only a first form summation n run from 0 to infinity a n z n, or simply say summation a n z power n. Yeah, this is the series expressions. So what means, suppose we take a suppose a naught z a naught a1 z a naught plus a1 z power 1 plus a2 z square plus a3 z cube plus etc. an z power n. Simply we can write summation n run from 0 to n run from here we can write summation a run from the n run from 1 to infinity, or simply say ak z power k, or k run from 1 to infinity form. So the same series. So this is a finite term. So if we take a naught z naught to the power of 0, a1 z plus a2 z square plus etc. plus etc. If we take a finite summation n run from 0 to infinity a n z power n. So this is the finite. Sum means a finite term. So this is called a power series where a n and a complex constant and z is a complex variable. Yeah, z can be expressed as a complex variable. This a1, a0, a2, etc., a0, a1, a3, etc., these are all a constant. So z can be as a complex variable, z as form x plus iy form. So this is the form is called power series or a power series. Now, so is the different absolutely convergence of a n z power n summation a n z power n. The power series summation a n z power n is said to be an absolutely convergence if the series some absolute values of a n and absolute values of z power n is convergent. The power series summation a n is said to be a conditionally convergent if summation a n z power n is a convergence, but absolute values of a n z n is not a convergent. So this is the difference between absolutely convergent and conditionally convergence. So absolutely convergence, absolute values of a power n and mod zn is convergent. So is a conditional convergence. So mod a n and z power n is not a convergent. So this is the difference between absolutely convergence and conditionally convergence. Conditionally convergence, some condition is applicable. So absolutely convergence is directly a convergent like form. So some special test for convergence series. Yeah, we give a list of a test for reference purposes. First one, if summation un is convergence, then limit n tends to infinity un equal to 0. Second one, if limit n tends to infinity un divided by vn is finite and non-zero quantity. Third one, then the two series summation un and summation pn have identical natural. Identical natural. So there are some the example comparison test. We already know this test are in the the fourth semester series, a sequence series form. These are the comparison test, ratio test, like form. The third one is a comparison test. The comparison test summation UN is absolutely convergent. Absolutely convergent if mod un less than or equal to mod vn and summation vn is convergent. Summation vn is convergent. So in the fourth test, the root test. The root test limit n tends to infinity. Absolute values of un whole power 1 by n is L. The series summation un is convergent. Absolutely are divergent according as L less than 1 or L greater than 1. So summation un is convergent or divergence according as L. If L less than 1 is convergent, if L greater than 1 is divergence. If L equal to 1, the test fail. L equal to 1, the test fail. Ratio test. Fifth one is a ratio test. Summation un is convergent or divergent as limit n tends to infinity. Absolute values of un plus 1 divided by un less than 1 or greater than 1. If less than 1 is convergent, greater than 1 is divergent. So the series summation 1 by n raised to p is convergent if p greater than 1 is convergence p greater than 1 and if divergence p less than or equal to 1. Again, Dirichlet condition or Dirichlet test. The series summation an un is convergent if first one sum of the n, that are simply say absolute values of Sn is equal to absolute values of summation I run from 1 to n ai less than or equal to k. Less than or equal to k for all n, k being a finite number. Secondly, if a limit n tends to infinity, un equal to 0. Third one, the difference summation un minus un plus 1. That means consecutive difference. Simply say the consecutive difference is convergent. Consecutive difference in un minus un plus 1 is convergent. Now, if you come to the sum of functions of a power series, if f of z equal to power series summation an z power n, then f of z is called a sum functions of the power series. Then f of z is called a function of power series. The theorem say this power series summation an z power n is either convergent for every z. Second one, convergence only if z equal to 0. Convergence for some value of z. So this is the statement is in the theorem. The power series summation an z power n is either convergence for every z. Second one, as a convergence only for z. Third one, convergence for some values of z. So if you come to if it is sufficient to produce some example in each case. So consider the power series. It's the form summation zn divided by n factorial. By using the comparison test, by comparing summation un of z, we find that the ratio test un plus 1 divided by un is equal to un plus 1 divided by un is equal to z power n plus 1 divided by n factorial divided by zn divided by n factorial. So if you simplify, we get z power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 factorial into n factorial divided by zn. We again z power n plus 1, the z divided by zn is the one term, n term get cancelled, simply we get z. Also n plus 1 factorial into n factorial. N factorial n plus 1 factorial get cancelled, simply we get n plus 1. So this simply z divided by n plus 1. If we take limit n tends to infinity, absolute values of un plus 1 divided by un should be, if we take a limit n tends to infinity, 1 divided by n plus 1, the absolute values of z, if it tends to is equal, if n tends to infinity, this should be a 0. So 0 is less than 1. Hence the power series summation zn divided by n factorial is convergence for every z. Every z. So the power series is absolutely convergent. The power series is absolutely convergent. Consider the power series of the form. You consider the power series of the form zn z power n factorial is equal to summation un says. Then the limit n tends to infinity, the absolute values of un is equal to limit n tends to infinity n factorial absolute values of zn or power. If 0, z equal to 0. If infinity, if z not equal to 0. So this therefore summation un, that is summation n factorial z power n, is convergent if z equal to 0 and divergent if z not equal to 0. So in this series, in the form, if z is 0, z equal to 0 is convergent. If infinity, z not equal to 0. If infinity is a divergent. So convergence if z equal to 0, right? The divergent if n z not equal to 0 or infinity. The power series of the form zn, the third one, the power series summation zn is convergence if mod z less than 1. And is not convergence if mod z greater than 1. Greater than 1. The same way you can prove in the theorem form. If the power series summation an z power n is convergence for a particular values of z naught of z, then it is convergence absolutely for every z for which mod z less than mod z naught. Yeah, this is the statement. If the power series summation an z power n is convergence for a particularly values of z naught of z, then it is convergence absolutely for every values of z for which mod z less than z naught, mod z naught. Suppose the power series of the form, of the form summation n z power n, so is convergence for z equal to z naught, so that this power series summation an z power n is convergence. Consequently, the convergence means summation an z power n equal to 0. Limit n tends to infinity, an z power n equal to 0. I call this equation as 1. Means you are by using the statement. If a convergence, the limit n tends to infinity, an z power n equal to 0. Our aim is to show that summation the power series. Our aim is to show that the power series summation an zn is convergence for every values of z for which mod z less than mod z naught. So by using the statement or definition of a convergence or definition of a limit, if we take for every epsilon, if you choose for every epsilon is positive real and m is a constant. M is constant, you choose a positive greater than 0 such that absolute values of an z naught power n less than or equal to m for all n. So again the absolute values of an zn less than or equal to m divided by z naught whole power n into zn. So if you take this equal to m z by z naught whole power n. See, this is the number. This is number z by z naught in m times of that number. M times of this number, say absolute values of en z power n, absolute values of an z power n less than or equal to m z by z naught whole power n. But the geometric series, say the summation z whole power n divided by z naught power n is convergence for all z. Is convergence for all such that absolute values of z divided by absolute values of z naught less than 1. Means less than 1 means so mod z less than mod z naught, which is gives. By comparison test, we say absolute values of z a n zn is convergence for all z such that mod z minus z naught is convergent. Consequently, summation a n z power n is absolutely convergence for all z such that mod z minus z naught. Mod z minus z naught. So, in this theorem, we say this is the using this is using the statement. If this is using the statement, if the powers in the first theorem statement, the power series summation a n z power n is either a convergence for all z, convergence only for z equals 0, a convergence for some particular values of z. So using this statement, we can prove this theorem like form. So is conversion, the power series is 0. The power means a n limit n tends to infinity, the power series summation n limit n tends to infinity, a n z naught whole power n is 0. So this say the power series is convergence at particular values of z naught, means absolutely convergence the particular values of z naught. Means say here by using the comparison test and ratio test. Yeah, we observe here the comparison test here. Our aim is convergence for every value of z, mod z less than mod z naught. For choosing the continuity or the using the definition of a limit for every epsilon values, for every epsilon positive, you can choose a positive number m. That should be a positive, that is absolute values of a n z naught power n less than or equal to m for all n. So again, by using multiply something number, we get that. So this is less than, suddenly this less than some particular or constant values of that number. So this suddenly less than or equal to some finite values. So this is series, we can say this less than or equal to 1, we say this is a convergence by using a comparison test. By using a comparison test, the powers series is convergent.